We're closing in on championship weekend for all you fantasy owners. Welcome back to the Washington Huddle. I'm Nathan Epstein, joined by Jake Ciely of The Athletic, one of the top fantasy experts in America. So, Jake, who are the players that you're going to watch this week if you're looking for that one guy that could be the difference between winning or going home? It's crunch time now.
It is, and unfortunately there's a couple, and they're all injury-related that I'm watching because you have Josh Jacobs, who was crying on the sidelines, wanted to play. That's, kudos to him for that. But he wants to be out there, and the same thing going on with James Conner. Sounds like he should come back. These are both RB1s, the top 12 running backs in fantasy that if they're playing, you want them out there. Unfortunately, James Conner's a late game. So these are you guys need to be watching Friday for the practice. If they're good, if we hear this morning that everything looks okay, then roll them out there, but make backup plans. And then, of course, Jameis Winston at quarterback. He's been as bad as good with all the turnovers, but he's been a top 5 quarterback if his finger's okay. So there's a lot of guys that could win your league, but the injuries are, like you said, they could possibly lose it too.
Amazing to think that with the quarterback being so important, Jameis Winston, the lack of success with the team, but Jameis Winston puts up numbers.
We don't care in fantasy.
I know, right? Well, shifting to the Redskins, speaking of a team that hasn't put up many wins, Terry McLaurin has shown he can be a pretty reliable fantasy player, especially in the future. He's going up against an Eagles defense that is just riddled with injuries. Is this the kind of game that you look to Terry?
You do, but what I'm going to say about Terry McLaurin is the big thing is you're kind of relying on a touchdown because we can be honest about Dwayne Haskins. I've talked a lot on this show about that. I like him for the future, but he wasn't ready to start this year. We've seen that he's not ready to start. And the biggest thing is that his yards per attempt, he's not looking downfield for a lot of plays. So you're kind of looking for that broken play where hopefully Terry McLaurin can get into the end zone, which can definitely happen against those Eagles. We just saw it happen for the Giants, and that's what you're looking for. So you're looking for the upside, but understand the risk is that he only comes out with like 40 yards for you.
And finally, last 30 seconds, the sleepers that could have a big impact for fantasy owners this week.
Zach Pascal from ODU.
Hey, there you go.
Great matchup this week. He's getting tons of 19 targets in the last 2 games. Then Patrick Laird facing those Giants. This is a deep play at running back, but pass catching running back, and the Dolphins pass.
All right, he says keep an eye on Zach Pascal. He's Jake Ciely, fantasy expert for The Athletic, and joins us every week. We certainly thank him for that. And when we come back, should a horrible or a hobbled Dwayne Haskins be playing these final weeks of the season? We'll hear what you think inside the social media headquarters next on the Washington Huddle.